man, no. Niggas know how I'm bumming, nigga. Yeah. Fuck what a nigga say, I feel like Dre. Man, the game is thick. Suckers wanna play and load my K until that bitch click. Big stick, hanging out the bottom of my 4-5. No lie, if I whip it out, somebody gon' die. Only time you hard is on the gram when you go live. Flexing with a tube but never blam, I'ma blow mine. Won't show mine until it's go time. Nah, you can't hold mine. Yeah, I got the whole mine, I'm on the goal line. And I'm going for 6, watch me up the scope. Caught him at the stove, he was with his hoe. Had to let him know, that's your ass, you don't get it past. You reap what you sow. Why you speaking low? Speak up, boy, you been a hoe. Boy, you been a bitch, get off dick, tryna steal my drip. Look up in the air, you see me, I'm fly as bird shit. Never on no nerd shit, why you on that lame shit? You don't want no smoke, you get smoke with who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass niggas talking about they in some gang shit. Nigga, you was a bitch, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you was a hoe. Nah, you ain't no hoe, cause hoes get dope. Man, your pussy ass a cat.
We fucking live, my niggas.
Tell him free to act. Dealing free a rat, you know he told how you sleep with.
Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast, man, coming at y'all Thursday night special. You know, we came to y'all late in the week this time. You know, we got to take a little time off. You know, we still there, but, you know, who we got in the building?
Man, we took some time off because it was technical difficulties.
Man,
we had some technical production.
That's all it was.
I was a little sick, you know what I mean? That was all it was, you know. They wanted me to quarantine because I came back from out of town. So, you know, I gave them a few days of the test, you know what I mean? That was all it was.
The Wash wouldn't let us get next to this nigga.
Yeah, so then we coming on StreamYard tonight, you know. But yeah, man, Guchinni Jd in the building, man. Where can they find you? We never tell them enough where they can find us, even though they should be able to, but just let them know anyway.
We might have some new viewers. Yeah, we got to tell them.
Man, you know, I'm on the motherfucking Instagram, nigga. The Heart, nigga, HEART, nigga, the number 2, Start FF Podcast. Me and Cuzzo run that motherfucker on Instagram, and then you can find my personal page at Guchinni_JD, man, on the fucking Instagram too, bro. That's where the fuck I'm at.
Bro, y'all gotta come over to the Twitter. You can do what they call them shits now, the fleeks, what they call them?
What's that?
The live shit. You can do all that shit on Twitter now. Y'all gotta, bro, come over to the Twitter, bro. I'm on the Twitter, Brodie Cortez, man. It's there on the bottom. That's how you spell it, one word, and shit. That's how we rock it. I'm on the Twitter.
You know, Kev all over. I mean, well, actually, that's my old name. I forgot. I've been smoking.
Retired. That is retired.
That name is retired.
Number 33 in the Raptors up there, bro.
Yeah, I'm retired, man. Like at the high school, man. You know, catch us in the gym. Not the jersey, though. Not the jersey. Shout out to Weezy and Rob because they is retired jerseys in that thing, man. But shit, man. We gonna get into these Week 11 matchups, man. This that crunch time right now. Playoffs, 3 weeks left.
3 weeks. If you play in week 17 as your Super Bowl, good luck, because that shit is terrible.
It should never be like that. We learned the hard way, you know what I mean? But this is that time right now. I'm in some leagues where it's log jammed. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is, you know, 1 through 6.
So I was talking to Reese, I was talking to MJD earlier, and I was like, you gonna end up having a bye or something. I was like, you ain't gonna end up getting that bye. Cause I was talking shit. He's like, I don't even want the bye, I want to play. And it had me thinking like, and I was gonna bring it up, we should have 8 teams make the offs and nobody get a bye, and we just run that shit. Like everybody
all the way out.
Just did that.
You play hard for the bye.
They just did it in the baseball, and that shit was kind of exciting. That had 8 teams make it, and everybody played tournament style. And then you just said how a lot of leagues this year, and all my leagues, it's log jam. Like you said, like somebody good is gonna miss the offs. And what if you could have had an 18 team offs? I'm just putting it out there. That's all.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, man. You should have had the heart to start the right people, and you wouldn't have. Because I know it's some games that people made the wrong starts and could have won. You know what I mean? And that's what that shit is about, man. 6. And as far
I'm not even saying you don't know because I'm going to miss the offs and I need the extra spots or nothing like that. I'm just saying it'll make shit more interesting.
I hear you.
Off. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen in the offs. One seeds get upset. Like, you know, team having a bye, that shit is kind of weak after I was thinking about it. Like,
game over the shit.
Nah, my thing is it's just if we in a 12-team league and 8 teams is getting in, that's 2/3 of the league getting in. That don't sit right with me.
That's weak.
That's just
not only that. I love the narrative. I look, so shout out to MJD. We was talking one day last week, and he like whoop whoop. I'm like, you might get that bye, but he was talking about the jinxes. I'm like, that first bye week jinx is a motherfucker, bruh. You gonna fuck around and lose that game going to the you gonna waste a good week.
You fuck around and have 160 that week, and that shit don't even matter. I don't like that shit.
We talk about this AOB shit all the time. So this the league, this the main league, the live draft league that y'all can catch footage of on our YouTube page. Go check that out. But you know how y'all doing in it right now. I'm in third, but it's like a fake third because, like I said, it's log jam. You know, I could lose this weekend and be in 6th place or 7th like Kurt. He lost. He went from 3rd to 7th. You know what I mean? Any given Sunday, it can happen like that. You know what I mean? But we're going to give you some news you can use, man, and get you through them bye week blues, you know, because it ain't over yet. And shit, let's jump straight into it. Let's jump into that shit, the Bengals in Washington. Bengals in Washington. How y'all feeling about it?
It's a new look Redskins right now, so I think players is relevant again. Now that Alex Smith back, or it's kind of like a stable quarterback situation, and you got McKissick now, you got Gibson, you got McLaurin. Like you got some players that's kind of, you know, and I think McLaurin back. Everybody loving McLaurin. I think they think he back now. I was kind of scared of him.
Logan Thomas, my bad.
Yep, Logan Thomas.
Scrambling for tight ends. Logan Thomas might be lightweight relevant on a consistent basis.
Yeah, so this could be like
the targets are there for Logan Thomas, so he's somebody right now that you got to kind of stream.
My thing is the McKissick is JD though. McKissick, man, you know, for you to be able to get him off the wire, especially if you got him like 4 weeks ago and you was able to hold on to him, because I know he had a few inconsistent games and some motherfuckers might have dropped him. But if you got McKissick and able to fire him up, and what you should be doing if as a flex or maybe as your RB2, it just depends on how your team is constructed. You came up on lightweight gold right now on McKissick, bro, especially with Alex Smith being in there. So shout out to the motherfuckers that got McKissick on their team because he's doing his motherfucking thing, bro. Even with Gibson there.
He's the perfect fit for a team that's in need of a running back late season because, you know, obviously you're in need and even the top running backs are getting, you know, 10s, 12s, and 11s. So when you got a for sure 10, 12, 13, 15 points with McKissick, you know, that's money. You know what I mean? Especially this point of the season. I trust him more than Gibson. Although Gibson is going to have, you know, those games where he runs a lot on the yard, but it's going to be the steady Eddie. I call it the steady Eddie, man. You know what I mean? They talk shit about my team, saying I got a whole bunch of no names, and I call them the steady Eddies, man. You know, and sometimes you need them steady Eddies, bro, for real.
You gonna change your team name to that name, bro?
Probably is.
Steady Eddies.
Kyler your name in the chat.
We don't have a Monday story.
Kyler only got 9 points right now, so it's been lacking. It ain't really been no Monday stories, bro. Niggas been quiet.
You didn't have a Monday story this Monday. You was out of town. That's why.
People been quiet in our little chat league. I ain't gonna say no names,
baby. I was out of town too.
You know what I mean? Boy, he was not, now he not, you know. Hey, but like I said, you can win it and be right back in it, so it don't even matter.
For real. Like I need Mixon back. I need Mixon back, bro. He in this game too. Does he even have a foot?
Idea about Mixon, bro. He ain't even at practice. He ain't even.
The thing is, though,
he might not even be live.
To quote you, I'm not the cuff guy. Nigga, if you would have had Gio, bro, you probably wouldn't have been in your position that you was in.
I would have had Gio if I drafted Mixon. Like Gio was gone when I traded.
He was on the wire when you had Mixon.
No, I don't know if he was.
He was, bro.
I wasn't thinking about my cuff 1 week after I just traded for him. I wasn't thinking about
it. But I mean, even though you didn't draft Mixon, just where his draft position was, you kind of want to go ahead and have that that if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready type of mentality. You know what I mean? But I didn't have Boston Scott.
Exactly.
On my mount. And I traded for him later in the season with Miles Sanders, and I got Miles Sanders in both leagues. And in the SBI, I didn't even I had been playing without Miles Sanders, but I was lucky to go get fucking Gio off the wire, bro, on my mount.
Hey, we on that. We got a lot of events going on right now. We got the Jeezy and the Gucci Mane going on in the background, the verses. We got the NFL. They playing that so icy right now. I had to throw that on for a second, man. Hey, shout out to all the iTunes and the YouTube listeners. I mean, all the way around, man. We
haven't played it yet.
I see the views is there. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely tapping in. You know, we try to refresh y'all with what's going on, keeping the listeners in mind that do listen on the iTunes and the Spotifys and whatnot. But not as far as like Washington, I love the fact that Logan Thomas is somebody that you could somebody you could depend on with tight ends being extended as it is right now. Like the targets are going to be there for him, and he probably will get a touchdown. Alex Smith was throwing that thing last week. He threw almost 50 times, if not 50, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? Like you said, I'm no longer scared. I'm no longer scared of scary. I'm not scared of scary.
Lockett almost got his head knocked off.
They said he don't like to be called Scary Terry, so we'll just say Terry McLaurin. You know what I mean?
He's the other T-Mac. I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, he's the other T-Mac.
That's the other T-Mac.
I'm loving him. He's the number 8 wide receiver overall right now. So if you got Terry, you probably didn't draft him high, and he's paying dividends for you. You know what I mean?
But they fight.
On the Geo side, you know what I mean? I definitely roll him out there. You know, and some leagues trade deadline isn't over yet. So maybe Geo is somebody you might want to just go grab because we know they pay Mixon. If he is hurt, it's like, you know, where are we going? You know, we're not going anywhere this year. So maybe they hold him out a little longer than we want. As far as the receivers go, Washington's pass defense is like top 2.
Higgins is hurt too. Keep a look out on the Higgins injury.
They're top 2 right now. Sneaky good Washington defense. So, you know, if you got Boyd, if you got AJ Green, I don't know anybody who's playing AJ Green.
The boy from Ohio State back on the Washington, they number 2 pick. I can't even think of his name. Chase Young.
Yeah.
Chase Young, is he back?
He played last week. I thought I seen him out there.
Oh, that's big. Yeah. So, you know, they got them 4 first rounders on that motherfucking man, you know what I mean? With them being able to get that pass rushing, you know, the secondary playing what it is, you know. And the cool thing is they not too far out of the running for the division, bro. So they playing for something. It ain't like they laying down and, you know what I mean? They really playing for something right now, especially with Philadelphia losing last week.
That, and I'm sure they all playing for Alex too. So, it's a good little situation over there if you got some of them Redskins players. Like I was saying, it's a sneaky good little fantasy game. Might put up some points.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but my fault, man. I had a text message, man. Let's jump into that Saints and that Falcons, man. How y'all feeling about famous Jameis, man, and his first start being at Atlanta against Atlanta? I will say this before y'all go. If there's any game for Jameis to be able to play good, it should be against one of the worst pass defenses in the league. So this is probably going to tell you how he might be if you're dependent on him or if you grabbed him or however it goes. You know what I mean? What y'all think?
I ain't mad at Jameis at the start this week for sure. I mean, we've seen what Atlanta been doing all year, even though they've been lightweight, you know, on the up right now with Raheem being the coach and, you know, pulling off a couple wins. We've seen it on Thursday night. We've seen it the week after that where they won. I think, 3-7 right now? 4-6. I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't know if Coolio is playing. Shout out to my nigga Bogey, you know what I mean? That's motherfucking Calvin Ridley, you know what I mean? But shit, I think it's a great game for to answer your question for Jameis, because like you said, one of the last ranked defense or the last ranked pass defense there is, and you got a healthy Mike Thomas. You just had Emmanuel Sanders come back off of COVID last week. You got Jared Cook, you got Traquan Smith with Alvin Kamara doing what the fuck he been doing all year. I mean, he has every motherfucking weapon at his arsenal to succeed. He just can't throw 30 picks in one game, even though he did it in one season. But he likes to force feed shit. He likes to lick W's and shit like that. You know what I mean? Then settle down. You got one of the best coaches in the NFL, man. Pick these boys apart and get some fantasy players out here, some maybe a 30-point game, which I think he could put up with the weapons that he got.
No question. I think Mike Thomas Jameis going crazy because he got Mike Thomas and other weapons, and he routinely kills the Falcons. With the Falcons overall, he's throwing 25 touchdowns, 9 picks, passer rating 109 over his career. So he goes crazy against the Falcons, and he's probably going to do it again this week. So
that's big that you brought that up, bro.
He'll be a top 10 quarterback this week.
No, I'm glad that you brought that up. His career numbers against him and his motherfucking wins and losses. That was a big power move by keeping him in the division. So you're really not dropping off from. I ain't gonna say nah. It is a drop off between Brees and him, but by him staying in the division and knowing the teams in that division, you know what I mean, that plays a big part for sure. You know what I mean? And him, I mean, even though that Dan Quinn ain't there no more, they still playing the same type of defense and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I think he does have a great game, or with the potential to have a great game for sure.
I mean, he is removed from being a top 5 fantasy quarterback last year. You know what I mean? We can't forget that. You know what I mean? So you could argue that the weapons are close to the same. Now, are you guys worried about this? This Kamara foot injury that's popping up. They said he had it at the beginning of the year. He missed practice, played, he was fine.
Yeah, they say he missed practice for it a couple weeks ago. So maybe it's part of that. I don't know.
But if you do have him, I see Latavius Murray on a lot of wires.
Real quick. You see that foot.
Yeah, if you I just did it because at this point, like I was just about to say, like I've seen Latavius Murray on a lot of wires in the leagues I'm in, and it's just that point of the season where if you just wasting the roster spot on something that you could, they call lotto tickets. You know what I mean? You sometimes you got to just hold them and see if you hit. It only costs $1. You ain't playing them right now. You know what I mean? So
I would have did it, but A, I ain't had nobody drop, and B, I got 3 moves left, so I couldn't. I'm trying to.
Well, I bought them, man. I'm up about 300 this year.
You can buy moves. You can buy yourself in this league. You can't buy no shit.
BJ bought my
moves. Never seen it.
BJ bought my moves.
But it just adds to the pot, though. That's all that is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I hope a nigga buy 10 moves. Nigga, throw the extra 200 over than 100 on.
That's how we do it in our shit. I see a lot of people playing cooking leagues. Is that somebody you think you might trust a little more with, maybe being the easier reads with Jameis? I mean, don't just say
he's been a Dudley these last few weeks, bro.
He's going straight to Thomas, just like he was Evan. Just like
he was feeding Thomas at the end of when Drew Brees went out last week. And Mike Thomas ain't got no touchdown. You got to go feed him, bro. Give that boy the ball, bro. Ain't nobody over there in Atlanta finna do nothing with him.
Let's talk about Hayden Hurst a little bit. I mean, he's been pretty solid. We talk about how thin tight ends is, so I think it's kind of important that people that do listen to us, we talked about this, y'all. We want to tell y'all and get a little bit more in depth with these tight ends because it's thin. You got to know who to trust. And I will, Atlanta's one of the top offensive, snaps in the game and just overall offense. So having somebody with Hurst where his last 3 games, 8 targets, 7, like it's going to be there. You know what I mean? His last 4 games, 15, 12, 10, and 13 fantasy points. That's as solid as you're going to get when you hoping and praying for a good at the tight end position.
And 2 of them games have been without motherfucking Coolio. I know at least one of them had. And then he went out early on the Thursday game in Carolina. And then I think he didn't play that second game. I forgot who they played the week before last, but I don't think he played that game.
Yeah.
So I mean, without a doubt. I mean, Julio been doing his motherfucking thing, but Hayden Hurst, like you said, 8, 7, and 7. Them is a lot of targets. 15. That's 22 targets in 3 games.
Now Hurst is slowly peeking into like gonna be in that top 5, possibly gonna be in the top 7 range.
We had him at that range in the beginning of the year. I had him in the top 8 or something. For sure.
Yeah, I didn't have him up there. I wasn't feeling it. But there it is there. That just goes to show that once he got that opportunity or it just wasn't working in Baltimore for his motherfucking ass. And here he comes to Atlanta with Matty Ice, and Matty Ice is getting him that motherfucking rock. they see his athleticism. I mean, he wasn't. He was a first round pick for a reason.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about the Steelers at the Jags. Is there any way possible that they could get an upset? No, I can tell you there. No, it's not happening. You know what I mean? We talked about James Robinson. We talked about James Robinson's schedule and how ugly it gets towards the end of the season, and here we are at the end of the season. You know, if you have him, obviously you're playing him. But you know, he might not win you this week. You know what I mean? That 13 floor he has, it'll be there. The volume will be there. I'm worried about Chark. You know what I mean? If I got the opportunity to not play Chark, I'm not gonna play him. You know what I mean? I think this is a Connor bounce back game. I like Connor in this game. Yeah. I like Connor a lot. I mean, obviously, we're not giving you advice to start Connor or not because you're starting Connor, but I think you'll be happy with what he got. Y'all got any sleepers in this game? I mean, Claypool's solid. He's not even a sleeper anymore. Like, he's solidified. Juju's bounced back very good. You know what I mean? So
my thing is with Deontay Johnson in the games that he played all 60 minutes, he's commanded double-digit targets in all of those games. Oh, he has the most targets when he's on the field for the whole 60 minutes, bro. 100% facts, my nigga. That boy Deontay Johnson is Big Ben's guy, bro. That says it right there, bro. 100%. As long as that motherfucker stays on the field, bro, and you see what he just did last week. Every game that he played that he could play the whole 60 minutes, he balls the fuck out, bro. On everything. Deontay Johnson, my sleeper. Been my sleeper this whole motherfucking year, bro. And
he's
playing dividends. Huh?
Are you playing him over somebody with a tough matchup like damn, it's hard to think because he's nice. I mean, like you said,
I'm firing him up, bro. I got him in 2 leagues.
You playing him over Fuller, you playing him over probably Thielen, you playing him over guys like that.
Deontay Johnson? Woo. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
You got balls, man, with that one.
That ball in Pittsburgh.
They do.
They throwing and they all eating. They not all scoring touchdowns, but they can all eat. They can all get you some solid points.
I think Cole has been sneaky, even though he has some duds. You like Cole? That's your sleeper? Let me know.
I was talking about my sleeper. I was going to say that he had a good game last week, and you could kind of eat on the nickel corner in Pittsburgh.
That motherfucker had a 104-yard return, 100 and some yard return last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it a kick return that he took to the house, or was it a punt return?
I think it was a punt.
It was a punt. So it was like about a 90-yarder or something that he did.
He was moving.
I do remember that on my mama. You know, and Cole was a hot pickup for a minute. You know what I mean? And then he had some inconsistent games, but for some reason, Luton, he's slanging that motherfucker, bro. He trying to keep that job on everything. But I just ain't gonna. I mean, he might. I mean, Keelan Cole might be a flex play just depending on who you have, but I wouldn't fire up Keelan Cole this week against Pittsburgh unless I was hella desperate.
I'm scared of everything over there, to be honest. Like,
no, that'd be more like
I'm not scared of James Robinson though, because we seen Pittsburgh be able to get some running backs, put some points up against him. So I'm firing up James Robinson.
Yeah, you got to fire him.
You're not playing him, but I was just saying, I've had a couple conversations with different people, and the schedule is the only thing they see wrong with James Robinson. But at this point of the season, the volume is there. He's as safe as it's gonna get. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, though.
And especially for where you got him at. So if you one of them teams like motherfucking Woodrow, who McCaffrey ain't playing this week, you know what I mean? Shit like that, bro. I mean, that's a fucking luxury, bro. Oh my mama, to have fucking Robinson on top of the other running backs that you done had, and one of them running backs only done played 3 games this year. You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy, bro. Shout out to James Robinson for making a name for his motherfucking self, and shout out to the motherfuckers that was able to keep him on their team. Yeah, 100%.
That's 100. That's 100. Right. Well, let's talk about this Patriots at Texans. Give me some sleepers.
Damian Harris, bro. Damian Harris, man.
I'm gonna fuck around and win this game.
They might, bro.
The Texans?
Patriots.
Oh, the Pats.
The Pats. I'm scared of Fuller this week. I'm pretty much scared of everybody over there. I mean, you're gonna play Watson most likely, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm kind of scared of his weapon, so I'm probably scared of him too. And this is a game I'm probably not playing anybody except for Harris, like you said. I like Harris this week, and then I mess with Jacoby too.
Yeah, no, Myers been doing this thing for sure, but Damian Harris for sure, bro. When he's on that field, bro, he been getting them attempts, bro, and doing. I think they said he like at 6 yards a carry, 5.5 yards a carry, though, bro.
Yeah, like
scoring.
He came back.
Man, on my mama, and he been killing shit, bro. I wish I would have traded one of my foreigns for a receiver so I could just go ahead and start him for the rest of the year, bro. On my mama, nigga, I ain't lying, bro. I wish I would have traded one of my foreigns for that dude. I mean, so that boy can be in the
it's
right
still
now.
the Patriots, though, at the end of the day. You know, it could be a Burkhead game like it was.
It was last week, but Damian Harris still had 100 yards on the ground, though.
Yeah, Damian Harris was like the guy. He's the guy right now.
No, he's getting all the attempts.
I mean, who was he behind? Who was he behind at Alabama?
The boy Jacobs. Who else was there?
Jacobs.
Motherfucking it's a boy from the Bay Area that was out there too in Alabama.
He's still there. Najee's still there. He next year.
Oh, okay. Najee's still okay.
It was two Harris. The other one.
But you know how them Alabama running backs be, though. You know, whoever got that hot hand is gonna get it.
They got mileage over there. So many of them. So he good. He's good to go.
How do you feel about Gronk? Because he's still a set it and forget it. I mean, he had the one the week before last, but everybody shat the bed on New Orleans. He's still been solid other than that. 13, 14, 17, 18.
Who you say?
Gronk.
Nigga, Gronk don't play for the fucking.
We on the Patriots right now. Patriots Texans.
Oh,
you on your Ryan shit right now. You forgot what Brady.
No, what happened is
I forgot what Brady was.
Look, I just made a post on the Heart2Start page telling everybody that we on live right now. So I kind of threw me off track, and I was already thinking about a tight end in my head. You know what I mean? But as far as Cam, though, like I seen a couple people playing Cam last week because. You know, I seen two people in the league, and I was like, damn, they got the little confidence. I mean, his points haven't been crazy, but they kind of been steady. But are you trusting Cam at this point? Because I don't know.
Well, he's finally like 5 weeks away from that motherfucking having that COVID. It seemed like when he came right back from COVID, they didn't have no practice. They jumped straight into playing games and shit, and he was slow. You know what I mean? Now that he done shook the COVID off, it looked like he getting a little bit back to himself. And plus, I mean, you got to give a little bit of credit to McDaniels, too, especially with that play when Jacoby threw that TD. You know what I mean? It just shows that they got a little bit, you know, trying to get something cooking. And they're 4-5 right now, I think, what they are. And they ain't too far out of a playoff spot. So that's
what I wanted to talk about, who you just mentioned, Jacoby Myers.
He doing his motherfucking thing. I mean, for 2 games in a row that Jacoby he been doing his thing. The Jets game and who they play last
for a minute though.
Frisco, Buffalo, Jets, Baltimore, 10, 13.
No, the Jets and the Baltimore game is where Jacoby been making his name at. In the Niner game, he didn't do nothing. But in the Jets,
still had the 10 though. The double digits is where I was.
But in the Jets game, he hit for 100 and some yards, and then last week he threw for a TD. And had a few receptions and whatnot. But that Jets game is where he broke out at, though.
Yeah, that was with the 169. But we just know that, you know, he's looking like a steady Eddie right now, you know, with a potential to have a 30. You know what I mean? That's a guy you want to keep in the lead. That's a guy you want to keep in the tuck spot, man. In case somebody get hurt, you fumble your Glock. You gotta have a 38 snub in the boot or ready. You know what I mean?
He's definitely a flex right now, and you got him off the wire in week 7 or week 6. You know what I mean? We in week 11. What is it, week 11 right now?
You might have been there last week. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, bro, on everything. And he's getting fired up with consistent back-to-back games. You know what I mean? 12, 13, 14 points plus. In back-to-back games, you got to follow the trends, bruh. You know, and 1 game might be a fluke, but 2 games ain't no fluke. It ain't no coincidence. 3 games in a row. Oh, man. You didn't miss it. You were party to the party.
He going crazy. He going crazy. Him and Gronk, the best duo in the AFC.
I told you, man. I just made a post. I was off a little bit.
Hey, but did you catch how the nigga? Hey, did the nigga? Hey, Kirk, did you catch how the nigga threw a shot at you about how you was? He asked us how we was doing in AOB, but he jumped on you on how you was doing it, then cut the whole conversation off. So
my bad, JD. You on your way, man. You know.
No. I'm just saying you threw a shot at my nigga. My nigga had to throw one back at you.
Listen, bro. The way Kirk been acting, this is about losing by 1, and then losing last week on the D-Hop.
6 points right now.
The way he been acting.
Got 6.
Hey, the way he been acting, I ain't even gonna be mad next time he win. And
what's the worst feeling? Losing by 1 or losing by 50?
No, losing by that Hail Mary, nigga.
Yeah,
no, I lost on Hopkins Moss. That's what I lost on.
Wow.
Losing on the last
losing by 1 hurts. Nigga, losing by 1 hurts more than anything to me, bro. If I lose by 50, there's nothing I could have did. No woo. But if I lose by 1 to 5 points, bro, there's something that I could have did. And that's what makes a nigga think like, damn, bro.
Hey, shout out to Run Boy Robbie. I beat him by 0.24 last week.
We should have.
That's how I beat Bogey. I beat Bogey. Hey, I forgot who the fuck he had. He had Calvin Ridley. Me and him played in the SBR. I think it was, and Calvin really did not have 1 catch the whole game, bro. And I beat him like by some tenths of a point. Oh man,
that's crazy.
Hey, that shit
hurts, bro.
But look, when you said something about Will Fuller and being scared about the Patriots, you know what I mean? I mean, it is at Texans. The weather's not going to be an issue, but you're not trusting Cooks and Fuller. Or is that how you feeling right now?
I got Fuller. I got Jefferson I can play, so
you starting Jefferson over Fuller, no matter what.
I got the luxury to start him. I'm just kind of scared of Fuller this week.
Double up. I got the Thursday night game on. I just had a double up situation happen. Kyler to Edmonds. Shout out to Kyler and Edmonds. I needed that.
That was the Ashley?
Nah, that's an AOB. I started Edmonds over Gurley, bro. I'm scared of New Orleans defense. Matter of fact, we could jump into that. Let's talk about that one right now. Let me scroll down a little bit. We just talked about we talked about that one, so it's over. But that Saints defense scared me, bro. Like I ain't. As far as the run D go, they top tier. Them and Philly is serious. Matter of fact, here we go. Philly and the Browns. How y'all feeling about this one? The weather was a factor last week, and I ain't gonna say that the winds are 70 miles an hour, but that it's shit serious over there in the Rust Belt. You know what I mean? Whatever they call it.
Motherfucking Nick Chubbery, shout out Chubb Rock, is making my boy Kareem Hunt's job a whole lot easier being back, bro. 100%, bro. I like that 1-2 punch because they both gonna feed off each other, bro. And I took Kareem Hunt, nigga, with motherfucking Miles Sanders, and this is a run first game right here, especially with Philly coming off that punk ass loss to the Giants. Even though Miles Sanders did his motherfucking thing, they got to run the ball on both sides of the ball, right? I mean, on both sides of the team right now, bro. This is a run heavy game right here. Baker, I don't know what the fuck he got going on. Shout out Rashard Higgins. Shout out to Jarvis Landry. I can't even think of the tight end over there. Fuck all them, man. Feed them the ball, bro. Feed your 2 dudes the ball. And on the side of the Philadelphia Eagles side, you going into the Browns. If the weather is bad over there, man, give the ball to Miles Sanders. And I'm praying to the fantasy football guys that they do, bro. I got them right now fired up, and I need them to bring it home right now for me. So I'm a little biased on this game right here, bro. I got a lot of stock in a lot of these players over here. High draft picks too.
Nah, even though you biased, I think it's still going to be like that game you talked about. It's going to be another bad weather game. It's going to be cold, probably going to be windy. It might be raining. It's not going to be good weather in Cleveland this weekend. So it's going to be an ugly game. And even if it was good weather, it probably still would be an ugly game.
For Philly, for the Philly players, huh?
Yeah, anyway. So, Sanders, Hunt, Chubb. I'll sneak Goddard in there. I like Goddard this week to kind of bounce back. And they got him involved in the game late. I think he had 3 points all the way until like the fourth quarter, and they got him involved late. So I think they start getting it going with him this week, and then that's about it.
I pretty much bet anything that Hunt has a better game than Chubb this week, just because, like Philly, we talked about it. That it's a stingy run defense. They haven't allowed. It's some crazy stat, like in like 20-something games, they haven't allowed like something 80 yards rushing or something. Like they don't play about the run game. You know what I mean? And we've seen Chubb. He's back. You know what I mean? He's definitely back, even though he broke that long one. But I like Hunt in this game because, Philly's going to be fighting. I think they're going to get their ass whooped a little bit. I think it's going to be, I think the Browns defense is getting a little healthier. You know what I mean? They had the bye week and, it's just,
over there.
Yeah, and they still finding ways to win games. I just like what they kind of doing over there. And Landry, I don't trust any of the wide receivers over there, to be honest. Like, it's really the running backs, and that's it in Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Like volume over there.
That's it. Lions and the Panthers. No
Rieger,
CMC.
Rieger might be breaking. Rieger done had his first 2 games back. He's been all right. You know what I mean? I can see Carson trying to feed him the ball. I think Alshon might be playing this week, but not to jump off topic. I seen you switch the thing.
No, I like Rieger. I like Rieger.
No, yeah. I just wanted to make a couple cases for Philly. Richard Rodgers had a great game last week. Well, it ain't a great game, but he did put up a few points last week. Yeah, you know what I mean? Even though he was droppable, you know what I mean, for like a couple of weeks after he was the main tight end threat over there, But like Brodie said, motherfucking Goddard, but I just wanted to make a couple of points about Rieger and motherfucking Rodgers, and I don't know if Alshon really playing, commanding him targets like he was.
No, I like him for sure. They're not gonna throw as much as they threw last week, though. I don't think that's the only thing.
You know what's crazy though? You see how quick we forgot about Fulgham? You know what I mean? Like he had that 1 point game and we just forget about him. You know what I mean?
And I was trying to trade for Fulgham too, though, especially in our dynasty league.
In the dynasty league I'm in, somebody sent me. They're trying to win now. They sent me Ayuk for Fulgham. I was like, "Oh, run it, bro! You are terrific. Run that, bro! Twice on Tuesday. I swear to God, it was lovely." But shit, that Lions and the Panthers, man. I think this is one of the games where you could 100% trust Mike Davis. I think,
and PJ Walker. It's PJ Walker that started.
He's starting
now.
Yeah, Bridgewater's already been ruled out. You got Swift. That was the big news today. Concussed. He's in the protocol. He's not playing. It's looking like he's not playing.
He didn't practice today.
And Swift is somebody who might have been carrying a couple teams lately. You know what I mean? This is when you better have a backup plan. I know AP was been on a lot of wires, so this might be one.
Somebody go grab AP today.
I would play the Dolphins running back over AP though. If you were able to go get him off the wire, I would play him over AP. But if you were desperate and last second, fuck it. You know what I mean? What else you gonna do? But on the Panthers side, man, it's CMC hasn't been there. Like I said, I could trust Mike Davis, but I like this to be that Robbie Anderson get back game too. And I think DJ Moore is pretty safe.
I think DJ Moore is back low key.
DJ Moore had a good game. He was getting a lot of looks last week. But my thing is what PJ is when he came in an Atlanta game when Teddy Bridgewater had got his motherfucking bell rung. The first play they went to was a deep shot. They was like on the 30. They might have been in the red zone. It went to motherfucking Robbie Anderson. And just my point that I'm trying to prove is that Rule didn't have no motherfucking reservations on trying to take a shot with the backup quarterback. So I don't think that the play calling and all that dumbs down, you know what I mean, with them, feeding all 3 of their receivers. You got Curtis Samuel, you got motherfucking DJ Moore, you still got Robbie Anderson. So I think they still go ahead and keep a pedal, the foot on the pedal against these boys. So I wouldn't be scared. I got shares of Robbie. I got 2 shares of Robbie Anderson, and I got 1 share of Curtis Samuel, and I'm starting both of them dudes in the leagues that I'm playing in.
Yeah, I like DJ Moore this week. Last 6 weeks, he's only put up them two duds, but them was the Curtis Samuel games But I think DJ Moore is starting to get more acclimated, and I think he's gonna finish the year kind of strong and what we thought he was gonna be for the whole year.
Well, it's
Especially
crazy
where you were drafting him at.
because he's still on pace to get 1,100 yards. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. He's having a good year.
But I think with Walker being the quarterback and Bridgewater not playing already, I kind of like for it to be a DJ Moore game because I feel like he's the guy that they run those easy plays to get him into space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granted, they did take some deep shots. He got a big play call back last week. You know what I mean? He had a few deep shots, but I think with him and Robbie, it's no McCaffrey. They have to be the reason they win. You know what I mean? And I like both of them. You know what I mean? For sure. The Lions defense is terrible, specifically against the pass. They're one of the worst in the league against the pass. They're getting ate up. Like, this is a juicy matchup for both of them, no matter who the quarterback is over there. And like I said, Mike Davis, DraftKings, FanDuel, anything you play, fire him up no matter what because that defense is pancakes. What about Galladay coming back to practice? I'll just be fucking around with my lineup. I got him in the league. I had to pull him off the IR, but I'm not starting him, though. You know what I mean? It's not because he's coming back and he's just fresh off of missing the practice, but it's more so with Matt Stafford's injury. You know what I mean? Just being his thumb, even though, he came back in the game. He's going to play. He'll be good. But, y'all worried a little bit about that or what?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't Galladay right the first. Nah.
Yeah, no, I think it
wasn't even more. It was more so. I kind of transitioned it. It was more so about Stafford.
No, and my thing was with Stafford is just to talk about when we last was at the studio, how we was talking about motherfucking Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones he didn't score in the last 2 games, I think. Even though he only got the last game was only like 4 for 36, but he had that motherfucking touchdown, and Marvin Hall was the beneficiary of the deep passes and shit like that. You know what I mean? So Hockenson didn't have a good game last week. But the thing is that no matter what, the Lions have to sling that ball. As long as Stafford's on the field, he's slinging that motherfucker to whoever the fuck is open, bro, on everything. So I'm not scared of Stafford, even with a thumb. I mean, we didn't see Stafford play through injuries. He's been beat up over in Detroit his whole motherfucking career. I think he was part of the 0-16 team, or it might have been the year before he came. But we're used to this with Detroit, and he's been weathering the storm his whole motherfucking career over there. So no, I'm not scared of a Stafford.
That's how they got him because they went 0-16.
Yeah,
good looking.
I'll say this about Marvin Jones. If Galladay plays, I don't like Marvin Jones. If Galladay doesn't play, I love Marvin Jones.
I feel it.
And that's what it is. I mean, he had 23, 13, 18, 13 the last 4 games.
And he's probably only like $6,500 on DraftKings too, though. So that's a hell of a steal if motherfucking baby Megatron don't play.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into. Y'all got anything else to say on that game? As far as sleepers, I don't really. Nah.
PJ though. PJ's probably only gonna be at the most 5,500. You know what I mean?
Talking DraftKings, that's too much for that guy. I don't want no parts.
If it's even cheaper, it might be even better because I could see him having a 20-point game.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
$5,500.
We'll see. It can happen.
And he ain't gonna be played. I don't think nobody gonna play him.
Yeah, we talking about daily fancy right here for y'all.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad.
Pick up PJ.
No, not at all. Not at all. 100%.
Don't do that. Don't you do that, JD boy. And that used to be your shit. Don't you do that. Titans at Ravens.
The motherfucking rematch from last year.
Playoff
rematch, bruh. I'm just mad at Derrick Henry, bruh. He just been, how when you have the little things hooked up to your chest and the shit be going boop 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 boop. Yeah. That's how motherfucking Derrick Henry been all motherfucking year. I hope he kill these motherfuckers, bruh, because I got him in my dynasty league, bruh, and I need him to pick it up. Real talk.
I mean, you know what? The next 2 weeks is going to be tough for Henry. Baltimore, the Colts. But after that, it's smooth sailing. Cleveland, Jacksonville, Detroit, Green Bay. Like, that's Henry season. The end of the year, every year damn near. You know what I mean? You just got to get through this shit, I was lucky to win last week against you. Matter of fact, JD, with Henry having a dud, only 11 points. But that's just something, you know, you gotta hope to get through because he gonna give you them league winning weeks for sure.
Right. My thing is another thing is with AJ Brown against what was it? Did they play the motherfucking Colts last week? The Titans and the Colts played last week, and AJ Brown didn't do nothing. Now you got motherfucking my boy from the Bay. I can't even think of his name right now. I don't know if Humphrey's back right now. I don't know if Jimmy Smith. I think Jimmy Smith is still playing. So you going up a three-headed monster of cornerbacks, and which all of them are aggressive, and all of them has got game like a motherfucker. And here I can't even name a man. They got motherfucking the nigga from the boy from Minnesota on Indianapolis. Xavier, I can't even think of his name right now. Xavier Rhodes. You know what I mean? We thought he was washed up, and I don't know if Rhodes was on AJ Brown last week or whatnot. But my thing is AJ Brown putting up 4 points, 5 points last week.
Three.
Even worse. You know what I mean? Going against the Baltimore Ravens. You know what I mean? You're going to have to fire him up.
I think everybody going to think this is going to be a defensive game and all that. It's going to be points this game. I think
points this game, bro.
I think AJ Brown, he went off in the playoffs, didn't he? Well, no,
Henry went off in the playoffs against these boys too, though.
They put up 30 points.
Honestly, this is two teams this is two heavyweights that are looking like middleweights and featherweights because the Titans lost 3 out of the last 4. The Ravens just lost to the Pats last week. This is about to be a grudge. Put it all on the line. We need it. You know what I mean? And I ain't just gonna count the Titans defense. The Titans offense out because of how good Baltimore defense is. I think that if Harris can run all over, the weather was fucked up for sure. It was definitely fucked up, but it's blood this week, man.
We're not thinking of Baltimore defense as how they was playing earlier in the year right now, especially with New England giving it to them last week, excuse me.
Honestly, I think it just depends on, obviously if they lose the game, they're not going to, the defense didn't do nothing. But there's those games that they have against those teams like the Chiefs, and they're going to give up points. So for them, there's going to be dud games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we didn't think New England would be a dud game, though. That's my point. That they're showing a little bit of chink in the armor. The armor plate might be soft right now.
I thought it was going to be a dud game for New England. I'm glad I didn't need that to win. I would have been sick for sure. But that the next 2 weeks, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, that's going to be tough for their defense. But then they got Dallas. They end the year off with Jacksonville and the Giants.
But they played Pittsburgh pretty good this year, though. The first time they played. Yeah. They played Pittsburgh real well. It was only a 27-24 game at the end, and they had a chance to win the game. So it wasn't. My main thing is, and not even the Chiefs game because they only got like 2 losses, maybe 3 losses. They 7-3. They 3 losses is New England, Pittsburgh, and Kansas City. Kansas City and Pittsburgh. Kansas City, we know what they do, bro. Pittsburgh, that's a divisional game. But my main thing is the last week game against New England on Monday night. It shouldn't have been no motherfucking ifs, ands, or buts of them winning the game. And so my thing, like I just said, it might be a little bit of chink in the armor. Bro. I don't know. And New England was all Damian Harris. Burkhead had 2 TDs in that game, but they was receiving TDs. You know what I mean? But Damian Harris, they was forcing feet, but also I don't think Calais Campbell played that game, and I think it was another one of their run stuffers that wasn't in the game as well. You know what I mean? So that might have had something to do with it. And New England seen that and they attacked that. So I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that it's a Derrick Henry game.
Yeah. I think Henry gonna do his thing. This is gonna be one of them games where people count him out, like I said, just because of the defense. But these are 2 hungry games. I'm gonna enjoy watching that game. Are you worried about Jonnu Smith? It's kind of hard to be like, oh, are you worried about this tight end? If it's not Kelsey or Waller, you're possibly worried. You know what I mean? Or Hurst. We talking about Hurst look. You know what I mean? Like.
Bro, when they played the Colts, did you see what they did for him on the 3-yard line?
Yeah, they always
They
looking
ran
for
him
it.
around out the thing, and they drawing up plays
They
for
got
him.
plays for
Even
him.
though
Yeah,
it might not have been a 15-point game, and he had a 7 to 8, 9, whatever it was, however, depends on how your league scoring is. They drew up a play for him and he walked in the end zone. He did the Jordan. While he scored.
Yeah.
So everything.
He's
So which I knew.
I mean, in 12-team leagues, he's probably starting in your league on some team. So he's
I'm playing Hunter Henry over him against the Jets. That's the next game we're talking about. I'm playing Hunter Henry. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, we can jump in. Oh, no, look, are y'all worried about Andrews? What's up with Andrews? Is he a must start no matter what? Like we said, I mean, I need to just take that out of the tight end vocabulary, saying, are you worried about this player? Because, like I said, if it ain't Waller and Kelsey, you're worried.
It ain't no must starts except for Waller or Kelsey.
Yeah.
That's the only must
Hurst.
Hurst
Looking like the – and Gronk. Gronk is looking good.
Gronk is back, bro.
And then Hawkinson. And if he gonna come back too.
He had a dud last week, though. Maybe that's all.
No, he did have a dud.
You can't expect – players going to have duds. I mean, show me a player who ain't had a dud. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we seen DK have a dud last week against Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? It be like this sometimes.
Some players kind of don't have duds, though. I mean, yeah, 5 is a dud. 5 is a dud for sure. 5 points is a dud. Let's talk about what you about to say?
No, I'm just saying from the tight end position, you're going to expect that, if, like we just said, even though GKO ain't in right now, Waller and fucking Kelsey, they went in the first 4 rounds. You know what I mean? Kelsey was a first round pick, beginning of the second round pick, and Waller didn't drop to the 5th. He might have dropped in the 5th in some of the leagues, but he was a lot of us on this panel right here in our top 5 tight ends. You feel me? So you're firing them up. But to double back on Andrews, if you couldn't ship him out before your trade deadline and you stuck with him, because they offense ain't looking like what it was last year. 40 receptions with 10 TDs. No.
We said it.
100% we said it.
We said it, bro. The regression is going to be there. I mean, he had 13 last week. That's salvage the season. But, I mean, honestly, though, their last games, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, okay, Dallas, Cleveland, Jacksonville, the Giants. I think Andrews and Lamar Jackson finished strong. I really do. I think they
got a great playoff schedule. So
they got a great playoff schedule, but I don't know, bro. They had a great beginning of the year too, though, bro, and they ain't did nothing. I don't know what's going on over there as a complete offense. And the cold thing is, it was predicated off the run game. Mark Ingram had 12 TDs on motherfucking 10 touches a game last year. Even though Mark Ingram being out the lineup because he's been hurt, it's just their whole offense is not looking as fluent as it was last year, bro. That's my thing. Even though they still winning games and they still may be in 3rd, 4th place in the AFC, but it's not looking like how it was last year. And I can't call what it is, but fantasy-wise, who the fuck is producing? Kurt, you just traded motherfucking Lamar Jackson. You got off his ass quickly. You know what I mean? That's because he ain't doing what he did last year. What other player over there is doing what they did last year? It's not looking pretty. That's my thing. They not producing.
Yeah,
and I don't give a fuck who they playing in their last 3 weeks of the season. It's not looking pretty to me over there, bro.
It don't matter. They're not gonna get the production for the year, but if you make the playoffs and you have them, and you win a shit because they probably gonna have a good bounce back them last 3 games, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, they
worth it, but I don't know if it's gonna happen though. That's my thing.
If I was a betting man, I would for that schedule.
That's
sure.
What's up. You are a betting man though. You are the reason why our live draft happened at the top of the Caesar's Palace.
What?
Top floor. I mean, not Caesar's, the motherfucking Maloops. Whatever the Maloops is.
Man. If you want a room at the Palms, hit me. I'll rent you.
Yeah, at the Palms. That's what it was.
Jets and
that
the Chargers.
Was clean too, though, bro.
I seen Chris say Herbert about to kill because he been getting online bullied for his haircut. I can't wait.
He got it killed, bro. He got
So
that
look,
buzz
so I don't
cut.
know if you know who J Love is, but this boy been fucking him up, bro.
My boy J Love, that's my guy, man.
Shout out to J Love, bro.
J Love could need a haircut right
haircut.
now. He know he need a haircut, and but it's funny because I posted a picture like J Love with a haircut, and he was like, "Did you see my Twitter, bro? I just put that on there. You feel me? Like before I even said nothing." But nah, hey, Herbert got that buzz cut, man. He finna go.
That's
crazy.
that 1970s Beatles, the Beatles haircut.
He shaved on all the. Hey, he ain't even sunshine no more, man. He about to go crazy this week. I mean, they just need a win, man. It's just been ugly. They've been playing decent.
They played Miami in Miami last week.
I understand that, but it doesn't matter. You play to win the game. Like
I know, but Miami is not no slouch. They not no pushovers though, bro. Especially
like I said, they need to win a game. Like for the confidence that they're not going nowhere, but they've been playing good football on the offensive end. You know what I mean? They need to win a game. But I love Herbert. You know what I mean? Me and Kurt, we rocking with him in a few leagues for sure. You know, till the wheels fall off. So
yeah, man, y'all was able to trade Mahomes and Jackson because y'all had him. Y'all invested in early round quarterbacks and was able to ship them boys off because you was able to go get Herbert off the wire. And that's a great GM ass move though. But for you to the top left-hand corner, you could have got a whole lot more.
Hey, you know what? I constructed my team how I did, and it's crazy because the person I got from you beat you last week at Thielen with the 2 touchdowns. So, you know, it's how I constructed my team.
After a 3-game dud, did you start him all 3 weeks though?
Yeah, and won and been winning. I'm up there.
But he wasn't the reason why you won. So I understand that you can throw up, oh, he beat you this week, but it hadn't paid off them other weeks. And while Mahomes was sitting on the bye.
Hey, I won them other weeks. I'm second in the league. Your league.
That's what's up. I'm happy for you.
You know what I mean?
That's what, hey, but he had to produce.
I'm the champ. Did you? Hey, are you questioning the champ from last year's moves? Just believe in me.
I'm just saying. The trade finally paid off for you, bro.
You talking about the trade paying off? Don't miss the playoffs and you just rob.
Bro, you better get it together over there because you barely won. You won by 4 points, and Mahomes was on a bye.
Hey, I don't care. I didn't
praying that McCaffrey coming back, bro. Don't do that, bro.
If you think I didn't trade you Mahomes knowing that he was going to be on a bye when we played, you know, I'm just saying. I was like, "Oh, that's
no." What I'm saying is, with Mahomes being on the bye, and you only won by 4 points, though, bro.
A win is a win is a win is a win.
I understand that, but motherfucking Thielen has been El Busto.
Who did I beat?
He's been El Busto. He broke out at the right time. He did that.
Who did I beat?
I don't know. Who'd you beat?
You.
Oh, I forgot already. I forgot already.
I beat you.
I'm just saying, though, bro.
Do you trust Crowder, or you said you was scared of?
Who has Crowder?
Hey, you said you were scared of Fuller, Kurt. If you was in a situation and didn't have Jefferson, would you start a Crowder in that situation?
Yeah, I might. I think so. Wait, even with Flacco playing, right?
Huh?
Flacco playing, right?
Yeah.
I think I would play Crowder for sure, actually.
I do like Perryman, though. I will say that. They were at Baltimore together. You know what I mean? He has been looking to go to Perryman a lot. Honestly, I don't fuck with nobody on the Jets. I'm looking to play the defense that plays the Jets in most cases, to be honest.
It ain't going to be the Chargers.
They be moving the ball with Flacco, though.
They play good defense, but it's just, you know, that offense is, I don't know, man. You know,
I mean, they was really giving it to New England, though. That's where Perriman had the 2 TDs at, was against New England.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say this. Let me ask y'all this. A lot of people was jumping on the Mike Williams train. He had the 20 and the 13 the last 2 games before this last one when he had 5. How y'all feel about Mike Williams? I'm not big on him.
No, not unless Keenan Allen goes down. Am I confident in playing Mike Williams?
That might make it worse for him.
Nah, when he went out, that's when he went crazy.
I don't know, man. That's a different, I don't know. I
Mike
never trusted Mike Williams.
Allen didn't play. Mike Williams went stupid.
He'll let you down. I don't want to be at this position.
I don't feel confident in firing Mike Williams up as a every Sunday or every day, in the lineup right now. I would have to see more consistency, but as a daily fantasy, and you just throwing a motherfucking, I got the what do we call that? The meme where the boy throwing the shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. That's what Mike Williams is in your fantasy lineup. Is you're just throwing him out there and hoping it sticks because you have him and Keenan Allen, though, right? But don't you got him and Keenan Allen?
Yeah, I got both of them.
Exactly, and he ain't cracked your lineup not one time, right?
No, I just cuffed Allen because he went crazy.
I feel it. I definitely feel it. So, I mean, my point is that I don't see a lot of motherfuckers, in this community feeling like they,
you hear this?
Enough to just fire him up every week. Mike
you hear this nigga? He wouldn't. Hey, this nigga wouldn't. Oh, they made him fumble. Ooh, Cardinals just got the ball back. They were trying to milk it. Hey, you hear this nigga? You hear this nigga, JD? This nigga said he cuffed Keenan Allen, but he won't cuff Joe Mixon.
Who said I wouldn't cuff Joe Mixon?
You didn't. Gio been on the wire.
I didn't. Gio wasn't on the wire when I just traded. You want me to trade for Joe Mixon and get Gio the next day? I didn't have no space.
Yes. Why not?
I didn't do it. I'm sorry, Kim. I didn't cuff him for you, bro.
You said you're not a cuff guy, but you cuff Mike Williams.
I'm not gonna cuff everybody. I said if it makes sense, I'll cuff somebody.
Oh man,
I ain't cuffing. Nobody's cuffing Derrick Henry's cuff.
Oh, Hine got the ball back, bro.
Hey, Dolphins at Broncos, man. Talk to me, man. No fan.
Oh, my shit behind.
Hey,
that was a dumbass play. That was stupid as fuck.
Hey,
but they got the ball back. I don't like the Dolphins in this game.
What?
The Dolphins don't know.
With no fan. I mean, the boy Locke. With no
altitude.
Locke ain't playing. Are you sure Locke ain't playing?
Bro, he might not play, bro. His shoulder. Man, look, I'm telling you, bro. This is the Dolphins been playing against top tier. They ate the NFC West up, bro. We talking about the Broncos?
Yeah, but they going a mile high. I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know Locke wasn't playing. I seen the Q on Locke. Questionable. So that's not being ruled out.
Listen, I don't care if they was playing at the Thriller in Manila. Dolphins D been playing great. They finna eat these boys up.
They've been playing great at home too, though. That's what it is. They not been playing great on the road. They just played motherfucking Arizona on the road.
Bro, all the road games this year been winning. All the road teams been winning. Ain't no home field this year. With COVID, ain't nobody in the stands.
The Broncos are not the Cardinals.
Playing in Miami with no fans, I don't give a fuck. Wherever you come from, whether you come from SoCal, NorCal, the Pacific Northwest, the middle of the country, you going down to Miami and you playing in 80-degree weather with a 85% humidity, you can't play. These boys is coming from South Florida to motherfucking Mile High where it's going to be 50 degrees
to play
in a 2-hour difference. This not going to happen, especially if Locke play. The Miami defense is not a lock this week, bro. It's not.
Put them up against somebody then. Who you got? I got Miami. Who you got? Take Baltimore.
For defense?
Yeah.
I ain't even looking at the schedule right now. If I was looking at the schedule right now,
Baltimore.
I'm not looking at what the games is right now, bro.
Baltimore at the Titans. You got Baltimore? I'll take the Dolphins.
Just told you the reason. I just told you that Baltimore got a boo-boo put up against New England. Nigga, no. Nigga, Pittsburgh at whoever they play, nigga.
Jags.
Yeah, nigga.
That's hard.
And I just said Pittsburgh is able to get ran on.
Hey, that's a hard one, bro. Hey, you could take it. Well, let's bet some on-screen push-ups or something, man. That's a bet, man.
You don't want to bet me no push-ups because you can't hang with me on no push-ups, bro. I'll run circles around you.
Doing mine. Hey, look here.
I'll run circles around you, bro. You're not ready for me, bro.
Shaped like Snoop and I'm shaped like Dr. Dre, man. Don't mean you.
Whose fault is that? That's not my fault.
I can bust them out. Bet on calls right now.
You can't. No, it ain't no on calls. Let's just do straight. Let's bet whatever you want to bet, and I'd run a circle around you, bro. You can't fuck
I
with
ain't
me.
doing that one, bro. I ain't doing that.
Exactly. You can't fuck with me on them push-ups, my nigga. Don't do it.
You paying my buy-in this year?
Nah, nigga, next year.
You can't fuck with me on bets.
But
remember
the
that when you pay my buy-in.
I'm gonna beat you in the LB though, bro. You done
remember that when you pay my buy-in, man. Let's get back on.
When you gonna talk about the money? It ain't funny.
Hey, y'all messing with Judy, man, or what?
Not this week.
KJ Hamler been the last recipient of the most targets the last 2 games, even though that Judy,
bro,
the 2 games before that,
early in the year too.
Huh?
I was fucking with Hamler early in the year. I had him.
Yeah, no, off top. So in 4 games, the 2 before, I think it was the Atlanta game and another game where Judy had 24 targets, 190 yards, and 1 TD. Now we double back to the last 2, which has been Hamler has been the main recipient from Locke. Now, Cuzzo said that Locke might be not be playing whatnot. I don't know what it is, but the nigga,
he practiced.
the boy KJ Hamler has been the recipient for the last 2 games. So this shit is just so fluctuated right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. And I've been seeing Judy as a lot of waiver wire pickups. I seen him at some trade targets. I think Cuzzo might have just got him in one of the what league you just trade for him in, bro?
I picked him up in a I forget. I picked him up in a league. I actually didn't trade for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked him up, but I had drafted him. But now Judy, I like Judy. I just don't like him against Miami. You know what I mean? Other than that, exactly. I like Judy. I was willing to trade a good player away to start Judy. You know what I mean? And because I liked him so much. So, but in this matchup, like I said, I'm a Dolphins believer right now. I see the magic that's going on. They well coached. They got, the minorities. I'm rooting for them right now, man. They got the brothers in there doing their thing. So I'm Team Miami right now, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that Cowboys at Vikings.
Vikings on a little run now. They got action at the Alls. They 4-5. Could be 5-5 after this week. Cook gonna kill. I think both running backs kill. I think Zeke gonna kill. He'll gonna get some get back this week.
His hammy been a little tight though, man. I kind of don't.
They said that though the other week though too.
He didn't really look good though. I mean, he played, but he didn't look good.
That was their first game with Buddy. So I don't know. I think he got to get it going. You know what I'm saying? They paying him. They cashed him out. He's just because the season over don't mean he ain't got a job to do. He still got to go out there and go crazy. I think this is going to be a get back game for him. And Cook on the other side too with Jefferson and Thielen.
Yeah. Nah, I just had – so I told y'all I got scared when Kyler got hurt. I picked up Jameis. I had the Vikings defense that I was playing this week against the Cowboys. And, obviously I'm not going to keep 2 defenses if it means I'm picking up a player for insurance, which I needed another quarterback on my team anyway, though. I really was playing with fire. That's how I feel, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I think this might be one of those little trap games, though. You know what I mean? Where the Vikings, for the Vikings, they've been playing great. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins just got his little Monday Night Football curse out the way. They defense been playing fire. They've been disguising their coverages so they rookie and their young cornerbacks don't get ate up as much. Zimmerman, they call him the the DB whisper. I like what they're doing, but this will be one of them games where I'm not just gonna count the Cowboys out. Dalton is still a pro. He still was a NFL quarterback and a playoff quarterback if you really want to say it. Even though their defense was pretty good, but. I like Lamb and Cooper in this game, to be honest.
Yeah, no, my thing is that I picked up before the game started on Monday night. I was able to go pick up Cousins because Josh Allen, they was on me for trading for Josh Allen, talking about I made the other boy team better, the whole whatnot. But you know, Josh Allen then broke out. Here come Josh Allen on the bye. You know who I don't know who I dropped, but I went and got Kirk Cousins before the game started on Monday night. And here come Kirk Cousins against this trash ass defense with Justin Jefferson. You have motherfucking Thielen that caught 2 TDs the last game. You had Irv Smith catch 2 TDs the game before that. You got a fucking Dalvin Cook that hit for 200 before that, and then 4 TDs before that. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Man, the Vikings finna shred these boys, bro, on my mountain. And like I said, nigga, I dropped somebody to go get Kirk Cousins because I seen that the boy was on a bye, and here it is. He finna pay dividends for me, 100%. You know, that's where my stance is, man. Fuck the Cowboys. I don't give a fuck about Dalton and whatnot. It's not gonna happen.
I would say you take the Broncos, I'll take the Cowboys, but fuck the Cowboys. I don't want them motherfuckers. Fuck them. What you think, man? Hey, I'm glad you mentioned Irv Smith. He had a dud the week before last.
Yeah, but he ain't playing this week though, I don't think.
Yeah, but you know, he's a solid one to maybe possibly look for at the bottom of the wire if you need a tight end late in the year, because he had 3 out of 4 games he had double digits, 10, 11, and 15 with a dud.
And then was just off TDs though. It wasn't like he was catching up. But I mean, like all these TDs is. The only motherfucking the boys that's getting receptions like receivers is Waller and fucking Kelsey.
And that's what I was just about to say. Most tight ends are TD dependent. You know what I mean? For sure, right now. Besides the main one. Justin Jefferson is a killer start no matter what. So, you know, we don't even got to talk about them. I like everybody on the Vikings side. It's just a matter of which one gonna pop besides Dalvin, because we know what he gonna do. Let's talk about the Packers at the Colts. That should be a good one right there. I mean, Devontae Adams popped up and didn't practice with the foot injury. We know he left the game last week and came back in and still played. You know, if he gonna play, he gonna play. But man, woo!
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You
tough.
just went and got MVS in one of the leagues too. I seen that.
Well, that's because I didn't know about Lockett tonight, so I was gonna think about playing more or MVS. You know what I mean? That was if Lockett didn't play, but he ended up playing, and I left.
But MVS got them back-to-back games where he done killed though.
Yeah, but he's just. Hey, you'll be. I can't mess with him. Bro.
But it'd be that game that you start his motherfucking ass and he give you that Dudley on everything.
I ain't messing with no
thing
Colts.
is just that Como.
Really.
Oh no, my bad, Brody.
Oh no, you good. I just say I'm not really messing with no Colts except for Hines. That's the only one I'm really messing with.
No Pittman.
Hey, I like what Pittman. Hey, look, I want to interrupt y'all, right?
You're on.
I just seen a meme. It said the NFL's way of preventing large gatherings on Thanksgiving, and it shows the schedule: Texans at Lions, Washington at the Cowboys.
Man, that's weak, actually.
Hey. But
that's
hey, Pittman been coming on, man. You know, he was
$8 for $1 on Thursday. $8 for $1, $5, $7, something like that. But the Thursday game was really the motherfucking Naheem show, though, bro. Naheem was nigga. Every run play wasn't no Jonathan Taylor. Jordan Wilkins, he had the motherfucking alligator arms on the motherfucking easy ass damn. They was in the red. They was like on inside the 10-yard line. He had the alligator arms, so that shut his motherfucking ass down for the whole night. I don't know what Jonathan Taylor did, but that Thursday night game, it was all Naheem Hines. So if we transition to go into this Sunday game, it should be a Naheem Hines game going forward, bro. He's the way he looked last week. It should be him, bro. He looked
anybody
last week, bro.
Anybody who watched that game last week, I was in a few group chats and they were talking about it. Taylor looks bad. The other guy looks bad. Hines is the one that looks good. He might be primed to take that Eckler role and run with it. I mean, Phillip Rivers.
Not even the Eckler role, the whole number one.
Yeah, because 100%. He's the only one. And then you talk about the Packers offense being what it is, even though the Colts defense is good. This is a prime, perfect Naheem Hines game right here. Like, he gets you.
Situation. They got probably maybe one of the best offensive lines in the league. So somebody gonna take advantage. Whatever running back getting all the carries gonna take advantage over there. So
I'm messing with Hines and Pittman
right now.
I'm messing with Hines and Pittman.
No, I was my bad. I didn't mean to cut you niggas off, but my thing was when I was watching you niggas when y'all had Bogey on the Wednesday night show and how he was saying that the motherfucking Packers defense they've been up because of their fucking offense, and they've been the coverage has been disguised because they've been up and the other team hasn't been able to run against them, even though they have the worst run defense. Well, not the worst, but one of the worst run defenses in the league. And because they've been up in so many games, teams haven't been able to run the ball against them. So now you got Indianapolis coming in playing these boys, and Indianapolis should be able to throw them things up against them boys and go punch for punch against these dudes. And Green Bay not being able to get up to force the Indianapolis to just throw the ball. So if Indianapolis can go punch for these boys, you should see Nyheim Hines do what he did last week because they're able to go punch for these dudes, bro. 100%, bro, on everything.
Yeah, I'm fucking with that. I'm fucking with Hines for sure. Like I said, man, you know, we know Aaron Jones. You know what I mean. We know everybody else in this, but Pittman and Hines is my guys in this game for sure.
I'm not fucking with Pittman if Jair on Pittman, which he probably gonna be. So
I mean, Ty still out there. You know what I mean.
Nobody checking for Ty.
But I mean,
but Jair didn't Jair get hurt in the Niner game too, though? I don't know what he did last week on Thursday night.
I haven't seen anything of him missing practice or anything, so but I don't know. You might have to check on that. But if he on Jair, I'm cool.
Right. And you know, Ty ain't been no threat. I mean, he had a good game last week. I think he commanded a few targets. You know what I mean? But Ty ain't been Ty. But their main thing is their defense in that run game. You know what I mean? And then you got Trey Burton. You had Mo Ali Paz doing his thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know what the passing game has been, you know, on the outsides, but it's mainly been in the hash marks and whatnot. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know. But I'm fucking with Pittman though. You know, I wouldn't picked up Pittman in Piggy's league. Shout out to my boy Piggy. Piggy was on last week. You know what I mean? He did his motherfucking thing, showed out, you know, brought the isms. You know what I mean? He's a California native. We fucking with that shit all around the world. But, you know, to have another motherfucking California native on here giving these isms like how we give them, you know what I mean? I'm fucking with Pittman, though. I went and got him. I put a waiver claim in for him. And I think I might fire him up.
Heart2Start.
Yeah, no, off top. And I'm fighting for the play. I'm in sixth place in that league right now too, though. But I got AJ Brown, I got motherfucking Claypool, and I got Mike Thomas in that league too. I've been waiting on Mike Thomas for a long time in that league, and I'm still in sixth right now on everything.
Let's talk about them Chiefs and Raiders, man. You know the Raiders got them last time. What's gonna happen this time?
I heard the Raiders did a victory lap and twice around the stadium in their team buses.
Yeah,
after they beat them on everything.
After they beat the Chiefs.
After they beat the Chiefs in week 5 or 4, whatever it was, they took victory laps in the team buses around the whole stadium, bro. 100%, bro.
No. We don't do that.
Used to winning.
Hey, is there any sleepers you like in this game? Do you like any other receivers over there? I think Mahomes is gonna try to light their ass up.
Well, Sammy's supposed to be back this week. I think the Chiefs' offense is a whole better offense with Sammy there, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Miko and Robinson. I mean, they're great fill-ins. But with Sam, we seen what Sammy did against the Niners in the Super Bowl.
Sammy is that. Sammy run them routes. He just get open.
Sammy know how to get open. Sammy got footwork, bro. He got that route to where, you know, that route work where he's
just as fast as the niggas that's taking the spot. That's
on my mama. But he know how to get open, bro. I think they're a better offense with him, bro. Everything.
Enough shit.
But I hope it's a Clyde game. I got 2 shares of Clyde in my home leagues. I took him 4th overall in one league. I took him 9th overall in another league. I need Clyde, even though he scored the game before the bye, but it was only like 5 carries for 14 yards, and he had a receiving touchdown. He has so many TDs called back this year. I'm hoping that the last half of the season that Clyde gets heavily more involved in in the red zone. I mean, just involved period in the game, though, bro.
No, this is a Clyde game to me. This is a Clyde Edwards game to me. I love Clyde in this situation. I love like I said, the Chiefs is trying to beat they ass. They about to try to do somebody like you doing Madden that's been talking.
But it
crazy.
ain't gonna happen though.
You finna go beat the Chiefs. Beat their ass.
It's not gonna happen.
The real Raiders.
The way that the Raiders are playing, and they're able to have Booker and my boy from Alabama. What you got him on your team? What's the boy name? Like Jacobs. The way that Jacobs and Booker is commanding motherfucking touches. If the Raiders can keep it 14-10, 21-17, shit like that, it's not going to happen because the X factor is going to be Henry Ruggs. You're going to have 10 to 12 touches from Devontae Booker and motherfucking I can't even think. Jacobs. You're going to have 12 touches between both of them, and here comes motherfucking Ruggs, just like how it was 4. 100%, bro. I'm telling you. Ruggs gonna get behind them boys, and that's gonna be what it is. The Raiders was able to put 40 huh?
I said the Raiders defense gonna be the key. They've been playing pretty good lately. So they might
put 40 up on them boys though, bro.
We don't see. Maybe. I don't know, JD.
No, I'm just saying, I ain't no Raiders, I don't fuck with the Raiders like that. I didn't function with the Raiders. I didn't politic with them. I like that just based on because of my cousin Pops. You know what I mean? I done been in the building and really turned up with him. But I kind of think that with them being in Vegas and they done did this on the road already, I don't think that the Chiefs is just going to come in and just steamroll them like that, though, bro. I don't see that.
I think everybody too high on the Raiders, and that's when they get blew out.
Yeah, I think the Raiders get blew out in this situation. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't mad at you. I don't think so, bro.
It's too much.
40-14.
I seen MJD post something. He said he posted something on Instagram.
He's a Raider fan too.
Nah, it was like basically, long story short, the Steelers are undefeated, but they ain't even the best team in the NFL. You know what I mean? It's still the Chiefs to me. Yeah. So
I disagree with that.
And they just got Buddy.
I disagree with that.
They just got
Baker, DeAndre Baker.
And that's crazy how they got him.
Yeah, who got DeAndre Baker?
The Chiefs.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I seen somewhere the Niners was trying to get him. I didn't know that it was official that he went to the motherfucking Chiefs. That's big. That's saying something, but that still ain't going to – he's not finna get fired up right this week.
No,
he's not going to show that number one corner or that first round corner that he was when he went to the Giants. That's for damn sure.
Not right away, but he only like 24 years old.
No, I understand that, but that might not be a week 16, 17 that you've seen him do that going into the playoffs. My thing is just like I said,
them being the best team in the league and they got better. That's the only
reason. I understand that. I mean, you can say that with Le'Veon Bell, but Le'Veon Bell ain't did shit since they got there. Niggas was jumping off. Niggas was jumping off the CEH boat. Nigga head first. Oh, you gotta sell CEH. You gotta sell CEH because Le'Veon's here. And what he did.
You still probably should have sold him though.
That's because you wanted him.
That's just because
niggas just trade for quarterbacks now. They should have traded with me. Niggas get the fuck out of here.
What CEH been doing for you? You should have for sure.
He been putting up points, bro.
He above you.
He been putting up points. But my thing is, like I said,
bro, Thorns early in the year.
Are you above him? No.
But you're talking about my points, but your running backs are Craigslist lemons right now, bro.
They are, but we got
my mama. We can go to Craigslist right now and type it in.
Air raid. You made everybody better.
Hey, 100%, bro. But back to the Chiefs. And the Raiders, my thing is
cars.
JD made everybody team better but his.
The running backs from pick and pull.
Yeah, stop.
Everybody might not got a pick and pull in their city, but I hope they know what pick and pull is. So my thing, look, don't double team me. Look at Woodrow talking about. Let me get back on subject, bro. No, hold on. Back at the
Raiders for last right here, the Rams Bucks.
No. Let me go back to the Raider game. My thing was with the Raiders is just Devontae Booker and motherfucking why I keep blanking out on this boy's name? Josh Jacobs. They gonna have. They gonna have 30 attempts between them, bro. That's my thing, bro. My bad.
JD, you fumbling right now.
No, I mean, you gotta look, bro. I've been having.
Hey, can we get the playoff
Voodoo Ranger? My nigga, Voodoo Ranger right now.
Can we get right there? You don't know nothing, dog. Hey, y'all need to come up with a motherfucking strand called Voodoo Ranger. That should go right now, bro.
Can we get y'all for the playoff special? Both braids, light eyes from the 6-0s and
Guchinni from the 2-3s.
Sleepy blood from let's get back. Let's get to the last game of the night, man. The Monday night game, man. Monday night game right here.
Where is Ramsey gonna be at? So we seen what Ramsey did last week against DK, bro. DK didn't do nothing. DK body language. He was pouting with that motherfucking pacifier all motherfucking game, bro. On my mind. Where is Ramsey gonna be at? Is he gonna be on Godwin? Is he gonna be on Evans? Is he gonna be on?
He might just stay on one side of the field because all three of them raw. It might as well just shut down the whole side of the field.
Yeah,
that's probably what he should do, but I don't know. But I think it's gonna be a good game. But it's going to be tough for Tom Brady. I probably wouldn't be starting Tom Brady this week. I think the Rams got a new identity. They're not that high-flying offense like they were in past years. They like a defense and run the ball team right now. And so they nice on defense, like nice. So I think Tom Brady, I think he'll have maybe a little bit of trouble. You know, I don't want to say he gets shut down or anything like that, but if you got like a guy like Matt Ryan or somebody like that, I'd probably be starting Matt Ryan over Tom Brady this week.
I kind of disagree with that just based on the New Orleans game from 2 weeks ago and how he bounced back this week. I don't think that the Rams got anything for the Bucs this week, even with Ramsey controlling one side of the field or him following out of them three receivers because you have so many other weapons. And the way that they got Fournette involved last week, out the passing game, and you not knowing who to start, whether Rojo or Fournette, I think that the Rams, the Bucs over that New Orleans game was a wake opener. You know, they got their ass.
I was about to say, last time we seen Tom Brady on a prime time game, he was all.
Yeah, I know that was like 3 weeks ago though. That was almost 4 weeks ago.
They ain't played enough defense since then.
Yeah, but I'm not putting the Rams up there with that type of defense, even though that they just beat Seattle.
That type of defense.
I think this is a game where
the Rams not up there with
that was a division game though. When you play in division, it's a whole different story.
Tom Brady new to the division.
Huh?
Tom Brady
is one of the top. Rams is one of the top defenses in the league.
No, I'm not talking about in conference. I'm talking about in division.
I'm saying Tom Brady just got there.
No, so he got there in the conference. This is not a division game. This is a conference game. So
you were saying Tampa and the Saints. That's what you were talking about.
That's a division game. Okay, so that was 3 weeks. So what happened last week? What happened? How many TDs did he throw last week?
Against a trash defense. The Rams is a top 5 defense, is my point. He not finna do that.
I think this is going to be a defensive game. I think this is going to be a defensive game right here. I was just going to say that this is one of those games where when you're dependent on Brady, he's probably going to let you down. When you're dependent on Goff, he's probably going to let you down. Like this could be either a baby shootout or a slugfest. You know what I mean? I like the Bucs run game in this situation more than I like Brady just airing it out. Like Drew Brees just went down. They need to take this win. This would be a win they need. And on the flip side, the Rams need it just as much. Seattle just won. You know what I mean? They're coming off a bad one. So, Goff is just a tricky one with me. He's the wild card. And we know the running backs. Wood just asking the questions, do you play any Rams running back? No. They're all getting the rock. It's the same thing in Baltimore. I don't want none of those running backs no more. It's over. All three of them are getting the ball. I love Cooper Kupp in this match just because, I think the Bucs offense will be in control a little bit in this game, if anything, to me personally. And, but I like the receivers on both ends in this game, though.
Now, they'll get some PPR. Yeah, no, they'll get PPR. They'll get catches. But hella touchdowns and hella points scored, I don't know if it's going to be like.
But let's keep it real. Ramsey can't just, I'm going to take Mike Evans out the game. Like, they got Godwin and AB. Like, I don't see him.
He was going to have to take a side of the field.
But the Rams D been playing crazy good.
That other corner over there, raw.
Williams?
Bro, he's nice over there.
He trying to make a name for himself.
They got young boys over there flying around on the ball. Like, they nice.
That's going to be one of the Monday night games where when you're hoping for a big game for one of your stars, you're probably not going to get it because it can go either way. You know what I mean? But I do want to talk about something before we get off of this game. Gronk. We said Gronk. Is he a must start at this point? He's looking like a top 5 tight end the rest of the way.
You could get the Rams with the tight end. I think Gronk could hit this game. I like Gronk. Yeah, he
can hit every game though.
He for sure. They're gonna get a touchdown.
Yeah, Gronk been doing his thing. But this is what I did want to say, and I kind of want to wait till JD get back. Something that we should look out for, and this is the last game we talked about, which was the Rams at the Bucs. But going back to the Chiefs and the Raiders, CEH was held out due to an illness. Now we're in the COVID age right now, so one could possibly wonder maybe this is a COVID situation, and we don't know, so monitor that. Monitor.
Yeah, if you gonna pass the test, I don't know. Yeah, he gonna have to pass a couple tests.
It's fucked up too because then you would say, the other running backs were exposed, and it gets tricky at that point. You know what I mean? It gets tricky at that point, but we know they're not going to postpone it, so that's the good thing. But back to what you guys were saying about the Rams and the Bucs, like I said, I'm not. It's a Monday night game. At that point, you playing everybody in that motherfucker because you're the last game and you hoping for the best. Hey JD, before we go, I was just mentioning how CEH was out for an illness, and with the COVID, it's something that you definitely want to just keep your eye on because you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right, and then and then I just seen something where they had the NFL is getting more stricter because every state, has had more COVID cases, going up. Shit ain't fluctuating, shit is going up in every state. So they getting more stricter with their rules and how they doing the testing and whatnot. So, that's definitely a great point. A lot of these motherfuckers especially when you didn't have multiple COVID cases with the same team though. You had the Titans, you had the fucking Patriots, you had the Broncos. Teams like that's been having multiple COVID cases and being shut down and shit like that. You definitely want to be able to be prepared. And shout out to the motherfucking Bamish in the AOB for not giving us no motherfucking more moves and having us pay for more moves. Fuck that. This is the 2020 era of COVID. We need free moves, motherfucker.
Hey, for real though, you should have been up them.
Hey, we got a question on the way out. I traded Deontay Johnson and Amari Cooper for Mark Andrews and Christian Kirk. Ooh. Not the most fair trade, a bit of a reach, but I'm 8-2 getting ready for the playoffs and needed a tight end. I feel you. And need a tight end. So any thoughts? It depends on how your team was constructed in that situation.
Oh, he got rid of Andrews and Kirk.
Yeah, he traded Deontay Johnson and Amari Cooper for Andrews and Christian Kirk.
Yeah, he needs a tight end.
Because he got Andrews, yeah.
Hey, the rest of your team must be constructed pretty nice. For
who's on the wire though, bro? Tell us who's on the wire right quick.
If you need a tight end, if that's what you're asking, which I'm a little confused on the verbiage, I think Logan Thomas is probably the one. He's only 51% roster. He's probably out there, and I think you could throw him in against Cincinnati this week.
It would be nice if he could tell us who's on the wire right now at the tight end position. You know what I mean? But yeah, especially if Logan Thomas is there, maybe even Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz has been commanding 5 to 7 targets a game, bro. Even though that not on the Dallas offense, Dalton Schultz is a sneaky play without a doubt. Who else would I say? Motherfucking Jordan Reed. I know a lot of motherfuckers jumped on Jordan Reed, even though they're on the bye this week. Jordan Reed would be a great move if you can go get Jordan Reed, especially what he did in the Saints game. You know what I mean? Right off the dome. I've been on them Voodoo Rangers tonight. Shout out to Voodoo Ranger. You know what I mean? We need sponsorship. But shit, bruh.
There you go. Receivers, Ridley, Hopkins, Jefferson. Oh, yeah, you good. If you needed a tight end, you good. Okay, so look, you did get Andrews in that situation. Yeah, bro, go grab another tight end just to have. Maybe somebody gave up on Hooper. He's probably there. Logan Thomas. I would take either one of those for sure. I like that trade for sure. I was not wondering about the other one. Yeah, that's a good trade.
Jordan Reed healthy?
Yeah, Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed is healthy. Yeah, I just said Jordan Reed. Even Dalton Schultz too, though, bro. I swear to you, on everything. Though motherfucking the other boy from Philadelphia, Richard Rodgers. I mean, we talked about motherfucking So I got Deontay off. Oh.
Yeah, that's probably
big. What are you playing in a 10-team league, an 18 league?
That's probably a 10. But people was getting antsy with Johnson when he was getting hurt, and he was doing that. Hey, we real quick, we can talk about. So look, the Cardinals and Seattle just played. We don't have to talk about it because that'll be for next week. But shout out to DK for dropping that touchdown pass. I got him in a few leagues,
on the face.
He dropped it off the face. Russell Wilson would have got some more.
And the motherfucker wears the pacifier. I'm telling you, bro.
He dropped the baby.
That's Kurt's man crush. But he's not even the best receiver on his team.
10-team league, homie. One cat.
On my mama.
Receivers, you on your way, bro. For real, man. For real, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We just did the Week 11 recap. We're going to try to come back with y'all on Saturday and have a little hour question and answer, start and sit type thing. You know what I mean? While we beating this COVID, and we're going to keep giving y'all this, this fire content that we stay trying to get y'all, man. Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast on Instagram. That's where you can find us. You got on YouTube,
on Twitter.
On Spotify, on iTunes, everywhere you can find us at. You got Guchinni Jd on Instagram, and then you got the homie Brodie Cortez, 3 the hard way, as they like to say, and like I said,
we got a flirt. He just don't like to make on camera appearances.
He's in the comments right now. You know what I mean? He in there talking about actual and factual. And shout out to everybody on iTunes, and Spotify. If y'all listening and sometimes you don't understand what we might be talking about because you need a visual, come over to YouTube, man. We there. You know what I mean? The outro here, man. Shout out to everybody in the community, man. We out.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Saying no. Niggas on nigga. Yeah. Fuck what a nigga say, I feel like Dre. Man, the game is thick. Suckers wanna play and load my K until that bitch click. Big stick hanging out the bottom of my 4-5. No lie, if I whip it out, somebody gon' die. Only time you hard is on the gram when you go live. Flexing with a tube but never blam, I'ma blow mine. Won't show mine until it's go time. Nah, you can't hold mine. Yeah, I got the whole mine, I'm on the goal line. And I'm going for 6, watch me up the scope. Caught him at the stove, he was with his hoe. Had to let him know, that's your ass, you don't get it past. You reap what you sow. Why you speaking low? Speak up, boy, you been a hoe. Boy, you been a bitch, get off dick, tryna steal my drip. Look up in the air, you see me, I'm fly as bird shit. Never on no nerd shit, why you on that lame shit? You don't want no smoke, you get smoke with who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass niggas talking about they in some game shit. You was a bitch. bitch, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you was a hoe. Nah, you ain't no hoe, cause hoes get dope. Man, your pussy ass a cat.
We fucking live, my niggas.
Tell him free to act.